Hello, Boring Review Nation, Gabe,
Nick,
and we are here today to bring you another song reaction, fresh off the presses. Nick, tell the people who we're going to be reacting to.
So I'm excited for this one. I'm going to keep this short, but I can talk a long time about this. So this is Godsmack. I was first introduced to Godsmack in the late 90s, early 2000s when they first came out. My younger brother was a bigger fan of them. I was never a fan of theirs. There's a few good songs that they had, but I never really got into them. For some reason, this is going to sound really bad, but the lead singer, he always came off to me like just, I don't know, like way into himself in the videos. Right. I wasn't a huge fan of their music is what I'm trying to say. Right. This album, When Legends Rise, came out, I think 4 or 5 years ago. I got introduced to it about 6 months ago. I can't stop listening to it. Really? The entire album, song after song, is just absolutely amazing. Every single song, and they just released a new album that I've already been listening to a few times. I forget what that one's called, but it's like a Blue Planet thing with Jig. It's awesome. It's crazy to me because they've been around for over 20 years, and album after album, I just never really caught on with them. Right. And now I absolutely love their last 2 albums. And this song, Bulletproof, is just one of the many great tracks. It's probably my favorite one on this album. So this is going to be one of those videos that we're probably not going to get 1,000 people to watch it. I hope we do. But I want to introduce you to it, but I also want to introduce anyone out there that doesn't know about it because this is a great song.
Are they the ones, because I've heard of Godsmack, but I can't put my name, why I know the name of the band. I'm sure they played here in Vegas at some point. Can't say I know the music, but the Sphere is pretty, new. And U2 is currently playing the Sphere, but there's a new band that's going to be playing the Sphere. I doubt it's
them. That'd be crazy for them if they were able
But dude, it's not a big band. It's like a band I would have known the big names, especially since we've gone down this journey of rabbit hole. It's a band I'm like, they're playing the Sphere before other more mainstream bands like
maybe they just got in line. I mean, they do have a new album out. So I mean, it's interesting.
Like the Rolling Stones are actually going to be playing.
Fish, that's a big road band. Postcard from Earth. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's what it was. Fish. I was like, who?
So I don't know. Honestly, that'd be a good one for both of us to react to. So I don't know any of their music really.
Right.
But they're not a band that you would know their songs from the radio, but they tour. They have toured for the last 20, 30 years, and they have a huge following. It's like Grateful Dead or whatever. Huge following, a whole bunch of fans that just love their music.
I was just like,
they're known for their concerts.
Look at the ticket prices. I'm like, who? So when you go to like the Sphere, you're not gonna see anything. You're not gonna see anything cheap. I mean, the thing costs $1.2 billion. So where's the ticket prices? I know that for U2, bro, they were like $500. It was insane.
A little bit. Let's see. Starting at $2,900.
$2,900. Cheapest is $325. I'm like, who's Fish?
And I mentioned the Grateful Dead. Look at that. They're playing there as well. I didn't know they were still touring because their main guy, Jerry Garcia, is no longer alive.
Really?
That's actually a really interesting story as well because he had his own ties that were a huge hit too. Jerry Garcia ties. Anyways.
Never even heard of him, but that's just so interesting.
Fish, I don't know any of their songs.
Then I don't know where I might have heard Godsmack. But
I don't know
probably here at some casino, me taking somebody to it, because people come here. Like at the Allegiant Stadium, it's going to be Rolling Stones. And I only know that because they got the tongue or whatever. Yeah. And so I recognize that that's like their logo or whatnot. They're going to be at the Allegiant. But again, that's one of the great things about living in Vegas, guys. It's not just the gambling and stuff like that. Nick doesn't even gamble, and I barely gamble either. I do sports wagering and stuff. But the restaurants you can go to, some of the top chefs in the world have restaurants. All of them actually have restaurants out here for the most part. And then, of course, the bands. You get to see all the big acts. My wife saw Beyonce here. She doesn't tour everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Taylor Swift's here. She don't tour everywhere.
Most people, know what I mean? It's surprising some bands and some groups, some artists that don't come here. But most of them will have a date in Vegas, which is awesome and lucky for us.
Right.
But I can't get over the fact this is probably one of my favorite albums I've listened to in the last 5 or 10 years.
Godsmack.
And it's from a band that I never really cared that much for. So let us know what you think about this song if it's your first time. Let us know if it's not your first time what you think about it. Don't forget to
like and subscribe
if you like anything from what we have to do here. And as always, I don't want to build up too much. I probably did. This is just one of my personal favorite songs. But they are a hard rock group.
Oh.
Here we go.
addictions. Why won't you let me out? I need a way to separate, but I promise you that I'll make sure you never forget me. Now that you want it, now that you need it, I'm too far gone. You're trying to play me, but I'm not breaking. I'm telling you I'm bulletproof. Believe me, I'm bulletproof. You made me so bulletproof, and now I'm too far gone. You're addicted and so twisted that it's freaking me out. Distant eyes, it's no surprise you can't do anything now. I need a way to separate, but I'm telling you that nothing will ever be the same. Now that you want it, now that you need it, I'm too far gone. You're trying to play me, but I'm not breaking. I'm telling you I'm bulletproof. Believe me, I'm bulletproof. You made me so bulletproof, and now I'm too far gone.
Out of it! There we go! Out of it!
Now that you want it, now that you need it, I'm too far gone. Trying to play me, but I'm not breaking. I'm telling you I'm bulletproof. Believe me, I'm bulletproof. You made me so bulletproof, and now I'm too far gone. I'm telling you I'm bulletproof. Believe me, I'm bulletproof. You made me so bulletproof, and now I'm too far gone.
That was dope. That was dope.
And it's short. I didn't realize how short
I
it
was gonna
was.
say that's my only complaint. It's short, man. I could have had
Very
at least
short.
another minute of that song.
Absolutely.
It's interesting. You said they're like a band that's 20 years old because the sound is new. It's a
I know.
fresher,
It's amazing.
yeah, like a fresher, new kind of song. Like you can tell with like Metallica's One or Master of Puppets, that's an older song. You know what I mean? And well, I don't know. You said this one is new, right?
Yeah, this was about 5 years ago. I mean, it's new to me because I didn't even know it existed about 6 months. They formed in '95. I mean, they've been around now for 30
Holy cow!
years.
That's the
I said 20 to be safe, but it's been 30 years. But I would say about 25 in the because they came out of the gate. They had a song Alive. They have, I mean, you'll like some of their older stuff. We won't react to all of it. This one in '98 was probably the one, and then Awake after that were probably their biggest ones
that I would
when they first
recognize.
came out. I don't know if you'd recognize any of it because I would always call them kind of like B-list makes it sound so bad because you think of B-list actors like they're the ones like, I guess we'll take them on. But if you're a B-list rock act, that you're still up there, like you're
Right.
still charting this or that.
Right.
But
You're just not, you know.
I tried their other albums and I liked one, maybe two songs. The rest of the songs were just forgettable.
Right.
This album I've listened to. My family's probably sick, but I listened to it from beginning to end. It's amazing.
Oh, dude, no, I get you. And I mean, I'm like that with Master of Puppets. That's like, I listen to that every single week. The Battery and Master of Puppets, like, to me, those are still my two favorite heavy metal rock songs, like back to back. That thing is just crazy to me. So like, whenever I'm driving to the gym or we're driving, you know, to and from work or whatever, Metallica's like normally always playing. And I mean, Savannah was playing. Is there any other band you want to play? I was like, my bad, you know what I mean? So when you give me other songs, like I'll put it, if it's a gym track, I'm gonna put it on there or whatever. But for the most part, I play that a lot. It's funny that the solo on here too had more of a man, it was almost because they had the drums as well in it, not just the guitar. It reminded me of the solo from the Eagles, Hotel California. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
dude, it was just like very.
And it was a softer
layered,
solo
yeah.
too. They didn't go full on, but they do
Yeah.
in some of their songs. Again, I would recognize, or label them as hard rock, but
Yeah. And like because in Hotel California, that's like a not as hard, the solo, but it does have the guitar solo in there that's pretty sick or whatnot. And they got the drum going at the same time. So it reminded me of that. But man, I enjoyed it. It's an added, definitely going to be an added. Still, again, I don't think nothing's ever going to top. Well, you know what? We have listened to a lot of Queen. I think right now, out of everything that you've introduced me to, it's got to be Metallica and Queen. That's just on a rotation all the time. I'm listening to those songs all the time.
What about Nirvana?
Who?
Oh, the game from 6 months ago would lose his mind.
Dude, you know what's funny? I was watching the Batman the other day with my son. I
watched that recently too.
I like to throw on movies that I've already watched when I'm doing schoolwork, just so get lesson plans stuff. Just keep me entertained. And then I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that's a Nirvana song. The intro, something in the rain. I was
something
like,
in the way. Yeah.
oh yeah.
Or is it in the rain?
Like something in the way or something in the rain. I was like, oh yeah, Nirvana. I hadn't heard a Nirvana song since then, bro. I was like,
that movie's so good.
That movie is great. Check out the Batman. And check out our other videos. If you like this reaction, we react to a whole bunch of stuff. Let us know if maybe we're introducing Godsmack to you. Because, again, not everyone is going to be versed on every single band. You know what I'm saying? I venture to guess, like you said, there's bands you don't know about yet.
Absolutely.
And music you have. If you got any suggestions of an obscure band, let us know in the comment. Like, yo, if you guys like heavy metal, you'll love this. And I'm sure that we'll, at some point, get around to it as long as the copyright clears.
A month later. Thank you so much for watching. I would have him react to every song on this album. We're not going to do that, but we usually do a lot of Beatles and Queen and other type like British bands, but I like to do some American bands too. So hopefully you like this one. If you did, you know what to do. And until next time,
we know all things.